Hello everybody, it's Gail. I hope that you're doing well today. I'm here to share some goodies I'm going to be placing in my shop. Before I get into these, I just want to say I have been losing my voice lately, and it has to do with the health condition I have. But anyway, I just want you to know I've got my water bottle here, and every now and then I am going to be sipping some water so that I can continue to talk like that. So let's just get right into these. I've created 3 more booklets. These are all religious based. I've created an ephemera pack holder, and I'm going to show the booklets first. And these are about 4 by 5 inches each. There are 48 pages front and back in each booklet, and then the front and back covers. There's, I believe, 8 pockets in each booklet. So let's open the first one. I love this one. I just tied them with some ripped fabric that I have. And on this one, I love this image. Let me say that I believe most of the religious icon images are ruby and pearl, as are the holy cards. If I might have used another digital designer, my brain just can't think right now. So if I did, I'll go back and look, and if I did, then I will try to remember to list that in the description box below. But this is, I love this black and white image. I've really been into black and white lately. And I just placed this beautiful floral behind it. And underneath that is just some netted lace. When you open it, there is a corner tuck. I'm just going to go through these pretty quick. And then there's images. And then let me go through the pages. There is a vintage sheet music. Also, I've used in the pages, there is authentic ephemera in each booklet. So just so you know, this is a vintage hymnal page. Some straw paper. This is from a vintage textbook that I have. It's in French. And then when you turn the page, I have folded this up to make a pocket, and I did not enclose this end. That is going to be up to whoever receives this book, and it's just easy sometimes to get the images into the pockets. I've also enclosed a vintage scripture verses from a vintage hymnal. So I took some of that and put in there. And just another, this is an antique book page, French book page, and I folded that up and then added an image on that and put those images in that pocket. Again, it is open on the end. There's a lot of writing room in these booklets, and I guess this booklet goes along with, like, when I do my Almost Naked journals. I added the pockets, I added the images, just to help jumpstart someone who might want to do their own thing. So a lot of the images I have left printed just on paper. Some are on cardstock, but the majority of them are on paper. And the paper's thin enough that you can back it and make a card out of it, you can make a tag out of it, or you can collage with it on a page. Now this, I did adhere this image to this page. Here's some more of those scripture readings as a page. Some tea-stained lace paper. Here's another antique French book page. And on the back we have a pocket. And see, this is paper, and then this is cardstock. Some more tea-stained paper. This is the center of the book. I've done a 3-hole pamphlet stitch in each booklet. I did put a little Bible verse here, and some washi tape here, and some doily here. This image is from Ruby and Pearl. Isn't it gorgeous? And then another pocket. This is more of that antique French book. This is just a sheet out of the vintage hymnal that I used. I like that. Count your blessings. We should all do that. And more of the tea-stained lace paper. This is the other side of that Bible scripture page. More of the French antique book. Whoops. And then on this side, I just folded it up again for a open-ended pocket, and then put in these images. I just wanted to look. No, that's not the same. That angel image is not the same. She's got two, and I just want to make sure I didn't duplicate. So, got another angel there. Some tea-stained paper. I think this is either chapter 1 or Ruby and Pearl. I can't remember. Another French textbook. Actually, it's French anecdotes. It's not a textbook. And then I folded that up for another open-ended pocket and put these images in. They're both cardstock. Again, paper, cardstock. And then this is the back cover. I did add a lace pocket. And these images, again, cardstock. So that is the first booklet. They're all pretty similar. Papers in different arrangements. Might be a couple of different papers. I can't remember. All right, so on this one, I guess I should show you that. That is the front cover. I did put some vintage tatting on the edge and just did some lace on the spine. That's the back. I love the colors in this, and of course the flowers. Then on the inside page, I have a little tuck, another angel, and these are again paper images, so you can do with them as you will. And then I loved this image, so I just adhered it to this tea-stained paper. Some lace image, let's see, lace digital. That's from Ruby and Pearl. This is a vintage French document, 1921. Tea-stained paper. This is a vintage textbook I just recently got, and it's kind of falling apart, which I loved. It's from the, I believe, somewhere in the 1920s. I think it's called Claudine. And then I added these images into that pocket. Yes, there it is. Claudine is the title of that book. I'm just going to kind of flip through. Now this is a piece of printed vellum. Again, that's Ruby and Pearl. And then I did an little upper tuck. It's embossed cardstock, and then some more of the scripture readings from the hymnal. Antique French book, open-ended pocket. Oh, I need to glue that. I will fix that later. And then two images. Just some vintage. This was just like a what we used to call scratch pads. I don't know. I'm sure they're probably called something else, but we used to call them scratch pads. They were just on a glued pad, and you could write notes. I love the coloring of it. And then I've got another angel on the inside of, in the center of this journal. Again, some scripture verses, some washi tape, and a doily. Antique book page with an open pocket. Cardstock, paper. Some more of that 1921 document. This is a vellum pocket. Whoops. Fumble fingers, fumble words. That's my day today. And then let's see, here we've got another pocket and some more images. This is from that book called Claudine. This is from the vintage hymnal that I use, and I just clipped that to the page. There's more authentic document. This is the back page. Again, I did a lace pocket. Isn't that lace pretty? So pretty. And then these are the two images. I love the blues in a lot of these images. On this one, what I did was this isn't all one image. This is an image underneath, and you really can't see the pattern on it. But I antiqued the edge of it with some gold acrylic paint, and then this image I put on top of that, and again did the gold acrylic ink around the edges. I added some lace and just a little piece of silk ribbon, or I think it's sari, and I just stuck that up there because I just thought the blues complemented one another. So that's that one. Put these out of the way. This one, I added some lace to the edge underneath the image. And then I have some vintage linen. I got this from, I got a fabric pack from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And I've been hoarding it. But I did go into it and use some of these little linen squares on the signature. And again, we have a pocket on the inside. There is some like stenciled paper on the background. I guess I should show this better, right? I feel like I'm all over the place today. I don't know. And just some washi tape, and then this image I adhered to this vintage book page. Tea stain paper. This is the image that's on the last page of the last booklet that I showed you. And you can see here again, I just kind of antique the edges with some gold. Here is a pocket. I know this is Rachel's Roxy Creations image, her backgrounds kit. Cardstock. That's gorgeous. And then paper. Straw paper. I just added a little washi tape on the edge here and used some vintage photo over it to tone it down. Hem paper. This pocket, what I did here was I had some newsprint that I had stamped. I backed it with some book page and left the edge of the book page showing and inked that, and I just thought that was so pretty. And left the edging of this pocket irregular. I like that. See if I can get these in. Hey. Vintage something. Dictation Day by Day. I think it's a vintage book I have. Some more of that scratch pad paper. French antique book. This is the center of this booklet, and I did 2 corner tucks out of vellum. And I believe the images I used for this, I think, are chapter 1. And then I just tucked that one, and then there are these 2. Those are all paper, they're not cardstock. Tuck those in. Just a little gold embossing here to just add a little decorative touch. And then this is some stamped paper. This is a calligraphy sheet booklet pad, I think. I can't remember, that I tea stained. And this, some washi tape, but this folds out, so there's lots of writing room here. Another hem page, more washi tape, and folded this into a pocket or side tuck. Added these 2 images. I hope I'm showing the images to you all right, and that I'm not going too fast. But I just feel like so many of these pages are plain. I mean, I don't need to describe them. You can see what they are. And then here's another pocket. This is some stamped paper that I had done. This is a French textbook. And then another a hymnal page. And then these 2 images. Mother Mary. This is, I liked this. I thought this went great in the booklet. This is from that book I said I had, Claudine. And I liked the image of the church here. And then this is the last page. I've added a tuck. And then I just did some paper on this one with a Bible scripture. And then here is some more of the Bible scripture page that I added. And then this image of Jesus with the lambs. So, those are the 3 booklets. Like I said, if you're seeing this video, they're in the shop. Excuse me, sip of water. Now for the ephemera pack. It's been a while since I've made this. I've had it sitting waiting for the booklets, and then I've been working on the Junk Journal January challenge. So I'm not exactly sure that I remember what's in here. So we'll discover it together. This is, let's do it from the back. This is the back of the ephemera holder. So this is about 8 3/8 by about 4 1/2. And you can see on the back the tie, the closure is coming through these 2 eyelets from the back of the ephemera holder and tie around the front, so it is attached. So I'm just going to kind of move it out of the way. I will look at these in a minute, and we'll look at this in a minute. Let's just open this. This is a TriFold. Make sure I'm in frame. This is a TriFold. So it opens like that, and then it opens like this. Oh goodness, off the top of my head, I don't remember all the images I used in here. I will try and go through them later, and again, put the names down in the description box if I remember. Now, the background on the TriFold is from one of my kits. I think it's last year's. I don't even remember the name. That's how bad I am at remembering things these days. I think it's my spring kit. No, cottage. I think it was cottage something. I'm sorry. Let me move that out of the way. And you just pull these out so you can see it. Okay, so, oops, those go. So that is the inside of the TriFold. This is a ruby and pearl. I love green and purple together, so this really spoke to me. And then, like I said, these background images are from my, oh, it's Cottage Lane, the Cottage Lane kit. And behind this image, there is book page and a little bit of embossed paper on this pocket, and then I added this saying card on top of it. So there is a little corner tuck right here, and then of course this is a pocket. So let me put these back in, and as I put them in, I'll tell you what they are. This is from one of my French antique books. This is 1700s. I have an authentic postcard, never been used, but it's a real postcard. I have a tag that I created, room for journaling on the back. This is from one of my kits, my double-sided, double fold, I'm not even going to attempt, guys. This is a tag that folds in half. It's in my shop. And so I left it, I folded it, but I didn't create a tag out of it because it could be opened and used as a journaling spot, or you could cut them apart, whatever your little heart desires. And then this is some handmade paper that I've embossed. In the center here, excuse my reach, we have just an Italian digital. I got that from one of Rachel's kits. And let's see, then we have just a decorative paper you can use in collage or in a journal, and that is Rachel. You know what? I'm going to stop trying to put them all back in the pocket because they'll take too long. This is from an idea that Heather at Ruby and Pearl shared, where you print on tracing paper and then make like a vellum bag out of it. This is just a digital, you could make a journal card out of it, of a postcard. This is from another antique French book that I have from the 1700s. This is some, can you see that? Embossed cardstock. And then just this little image. In the corner tuck over here, I just added some small, let me put these out here. Just some small images that you could do whatever you like with them. Nope, I said I wasn't going to do that, didn't I? All right, let's put that aside. This is, oh wait a minute, this was inside. This is a vellum envelope. And I'm just going to quickly, like a deck of cards, go through these images. I just stuck all kinds of images. This says, let's see if I can get it, journal. It's a die cut, and then it's got, you can add this little frame around it. Let's see if I can do this. So like that, or you can use it separately and use this for something else. This is just a little card that I made with some lace, and then this is a chapter 1 image. I added some little sheet music there. Oops, there's two. This looks like a business card. Might have been an old business card. That is chapter 1. Paris. Pretty sure it's Paris. This is a piece of vintage wallpaper I have, and then I did a die cut on the bottom of it. Isn't that pretty? And then this is a pocket. It's a little tall, narrow pocket. Well, tall is relative speaking. And it has the flanges on them, and I've already folded the flanges, so it just needs to be glued down to a page. So those are the images that are in this vellum envelope. Then, this one is an envelope that I made out of the excuse me, out of the Antique French book. And here is the back. I'm pretty sure that's chapter 1. I used some vintage, no, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the Antique French book, and I aged it, and then just did embossed stencil on it, and I tinted the stencil a very pale pink color. So just collaged those on the flap of this envelope. I sewed each edge of the envelope, and then I loaded this down with some images. This is an authentic little, I'm not even sure what it is, maybe a ballroom kind of ticket, since it says dancing entree. And it's a thin paper. This, I believe, is Sampool Designs, I think. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think it's Sam's. I think this is Sam's too. This could go either way, couldn't it? And then this is just like a die cut of a little file folder. This is an envelope, a little cardstock envelope. Well, it's not a heavy cardstock, it's a heavy paper. And then inside, I just put some of these Tim Holtz little mini people. Look at these girls. Whoops, getting a shine. They're all posing so prettily. And these little children. Oops, I'm still getting, there we go. Sorry for the little glares. I wasn't watching what I was doing. Okay. And then this is just a very vintage, you can see it's all raggedy and fragile. French document. I lined the inside of this with some chapter 1 papers. So we're going to stick that back in there. And then last but not least, we have this paper bag full of images and stuff. And again, I did some more embossed stenciling. I did a little collage of this image and some vintage book page and some scrim sewed around it before I adhered it to the bag. I took some sari silk and did a ruffle and used one of my typed words, abide, and I have some lace underneath. And this is a polka dot bag. Then inside that I have one of these little envelopes with more images. Guys, I stuffed this full of images. So there you can see. I stuffed this whole ephemera holder full of images. So again, I'm going to try and go through these quickly. That's Sampool. I love this. I love this image. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this is just one of my images, and I fussy cut her. So I added her to the envelope. And then this little tiny glassine bag I filled with little tiny things. Isn't that cute? There is a wax seal. Get it the right way. It's going to be hard to see, but it's a wax seal with the bird on it. And then I've just done some little stamps. These are all chapter 1, and just, you know, some flowers in duplicate, some more little, you could use them as labels. I think these could all be used as labels, or, you know, just to decorate a page. I love that. This one, and I fussy cut all of these out. Here are some authentic stamps and some authentic tickets. Sorry, was my hand in the way? I'm not sure what this is, but it's authentic. Some kind of little perforated stub ticket. Another old ticket, and some more authentic stamps. And then this is just a stamp, a digital stamp. And then this is one of these little scrappy pads I made, but in miniature, with one of the images from my shop. And this all just that that vintage scratch pad I showed you in the small booklets. So that's everything in this kit. You can see why I showed it last, because there's a lot in here. Anyway, these are going in the shop. I think I've said that a couple times already. So thank you for stopping by. I hope this month has been going well for you. I want to thank you for the kind comments. You guys are awesome. And I thank you for the comments. I thank you for visiting. And I thank you for putting up with my word soup. I will see you in the next video. Bye.